I see you sitting here with the Detroit Marshall Plan. You gonna rebuild this city?
We're gonna rebuild Detroit.
How are you gonna do that? How are you gonna do that? And this, we have wrecked. Dr. Collins explained to you that we have totally wrecked the economy. How are you gonna rebuild Detroit?
We are going to rebuild Detroit because we deserve it. Detroit Marshall Plan is predicated on the same kind of policies that the U.S. did to rebuild Europe. If you can rebuild Europe, you can rebuild Detroit. $10 billion was invested. All we need is the will to do it. The resources are available if there is a will. One of the things that will help create that will is if we decide as a community, as a beloved community, that we have a zero tolerance on anti-labor policies and practices. Zero tolerance on oppression as it relates to no housing, no health care, no utilities, no job.
That's right.
I heard that baby say no water, that's utilities.
That's right. That's right.
Zero tolerance on toxicity, on contamination, on poisons, in the air and water. So zero tolerance for any level of contamination in the society that says that workers can be dismissed while the corporations thrive. Corporations did not pull themselves up by their bootstraps. You're looking at a woman. I was born in Detroit, but all you have to do is look at me and tell that I'm a product of Africa. Let me tell you a little something about Africa. The Africans who came to this country, who were not volunteering, they were waving their hand on the west coast of Africa, saying, "Come get me," to civilize me. There was nothing civilized about the transatlantic slave trade. It was an absolute hate crime against Africans who were transported at gunpoint here and built this country. They also built the industry. Did you know that the insurance industry got started from the transatlantic slave trade? Did you know that? That the banking industry that just got built out got to start from the unpaid labor of Africans who were enslaved to build this country. Did you know that? That half of this country was paid for by the price of my ancestors, the Louisiana Purchase, was double the size of the United States, came from the profits of the slave trade. See, there was never any reparations paid to those who built this country, never got paid. The reparations were to those who lost the Civil War. The Confederate Army. Those who fled their power, they got reparations. It was never even 40 acres and a mule. The promises that Frederick Douglass exacted from Abraham Lincoln at the White House were never realized. But the truth is, there's a dirty little secret in America. The corporations that some people want to use as a beacon of hope for how you run anything. They want to tell you to run a city like corporations. The corporations never built themselves on their own sweat. Sick pay, forced into vacation pay, forced into child labor laws. Now how dare this country, with this horrid history with respect to workers, especially unpaid laborers who look like me, want to put workers out to pasture and give corporations a bailout. Where the hell is the bailout for workers? Where is the bailout for mom and pop? That the limits of tyrants is determined by the tolerance of those who they oppress. We ought not tolerate one more second of oppression.